location near the bus terminal. Someone broke my car. The police firmly believe that whoever broke my car will be caught very soon. The sick monkey is my brother's pet. Staying healthy remains far better than treating illness. For even pet monkey. He fell off the ladder. Falling off the ladder is one thing. With walking away with the only minor bruise is quite another. I won't bring happiness to an elephant who has suffered. Whatever feelings an elephant shows, joy, grief, or fear, they are just as real as our own. It is not wise to drink Diet Coke every day. It is surprisingly easy for everyone to become addicted to Diet Coke without even realizing it. Having a cell phone can help in emergency situations. Being prepared for any emergency at any time can truly save your life. They don't know what to do with a giraffe. How properly care for a giraffe in captivity is far more challenging than most people expect. The twins didn't believe what I told them at first. What the twins chose to question before believing turned out to be a very wise habit. They didn't realize that the bike was stolen. That a child's bicycle was stolen in broad daylight tells the economy is in real trouble. Tennis gives a thrill. In tennis, you must practice. The more you practice, the more that familiar thrills grows. An umpire is responsible for deciding if players following the rules. It seems that becoming a qualified umpire requires years of intensive study. They eat raw mushrooms. The experts have long been warning us never to eat raw mushrooms. The reporter told us that he was uncertain about our future. The reporter would always give us a fair and honest opinion. The ball boy will go to college and study history. The ball boy was eventually to become a respected history professor. This uniform sells really well. Wearing the same uniform gives everyone a sense of unity. A clock tells us what time it is. It takes most people less than a second to check the time on their phone. The player needs to pick up his girlfriend this afternoon. The coach expects this outstanding player to turn professional. You should take your racket all the time. Every serious tennis player regards their racket as the single most important tool. The coach provided me the new ball for the final match to cheer me up. During the game for which I had trained so hard, I finally felt confident again. At twilight, my girlfriend and I were walking towards the mountain. We could see the last golden light painting on mountain in breathtaking colors. They gathered on the mountain for their training. The hikers gathered on the slope must have overlooked the safety warning. The drugstore is located just around the corner. A wide range of everyday goods is sold now at the drugstore. The camping doesn't have to be wet, cold, and comfortable. Not all camping trips are dangerous. Winter camping, however, is a very different story. Did you see the palm tree over there? Where you see palm trees grow wild and tall and wild, clearly indicates that the climate is warm and tropical year-round. I know the best place to buy the batteries. It is more cost-effective for everyone to invest in good rechargeable batteries from the start. I know that sitting on a bench is a waste of time. Sitting quietly on a bench to organize your thought is a perfectly productive use of your time. I'm watching a spectacular sunset from a boat. A tourist watching a spectacular sunset from the cruise deck is living out a lifelong dream. The broken handle is to be fixed as soon as possible. A handle repaired with care and patience always feels more satisfying than a brand new one. You should do that, otherwise the rock will cause you a problem. The captain should have steered away from the rocks the moment he spotted them on the radar. Are you still hungry or thirsty? Your body truly needs is not food, but a generous amount of fresh and cold water. The new water fountain not only provides cold water, but also hot water for coffee. A good water fountain should be both consistently cold and clean. It's cold out there. Make sure to button up your coat. Remember to lay up on cold days. Nobody enjoys remembering the time they caught a cold. The shape of it doesn't ring a bell. Is it yours? The shape rang no bell at all. That is why it remained unclaimed for weeks. You get one. Is that one you got from the vending machine? You get one you pay for. Our constant reliance on vending machine reflects our deep love of convenience over quality. Knock and it will open. If you do so, you will get rewarded with 7-Up. It is true that 7-Up looks cleaner, but excessive consumption of any fizzy drink is still harmful. Collecting old coins is a valuable hobby. An old coin full of history and mystery is always worth more than its face value. The repairman has many tasks to complete today. Every tool in the repairman's bag has a specific purposes, and those who watch him work cannot be helped but admire the remarkable speed and precision, speed and skill with which he uses each one. With the right tools on hand, it will take about 30 minutes. The repairman's decision to use the correct tools for the first time cut the job time in half. A trash can we bought last week cracked somehow. Anyone who buys a cheap trash can to save money will almost certainly regret that decision. We take a time to make the forecast as accurate as possible. Even the fastest supercomputer cannot make a forecast as reliable as we would like it to be. He has the potential to become a better producer. The earlier the producer begins training, the greater his potential becomes. He has the best telephone system in the world. Nothing is as crucial to a business as a reliable telephone system. He ordered a pearl necklace to give to his girlfriend. To give someone a pearl necklace as a symbol of love is one of the most timeless romantic gestures. The announcer on the stage is my uncle. Every announcer who is on the professional stage must protect his voice and master proper breathing techniques daily. The girl standing over there told me the news. Working during the day and starting at night, the girl delivers news with the quiet determination. The man found the key. The man used the key found on the floor to get into the house. The man, having hidden the key under a flower pot, the man had unintentionally made it surprisingly easy for a burglar to enter the house. The forecaster that I met yesterday was very knowledgeable. It is no surprise that every forecaster who appears on TV has spent years mastering the complex science behind each prediction. There is a map. This is the map. This is the map where we must go to find the good snows. This is on this map shows the place where we must go to find the good snow. There is an app for every situation where you need a map. No, traveling has never been so convenient. What he needs is more time to study at his desk. What is it that consistently separates the top strength from the rest? It's simply the number of hours spent quietly at their desk. He still looks young, remarkably, as they mark their 50th wedding anniversary. A couple loyal enough to stay happily married for 50 years is truly blessed beyond what most people can imagine. Fortunately, the photographer knows many plenty foods to eat. The photographer fortunately has proven that a plant-based diet keeps you far healthier. Don't forget your camera when you go on vacation. I never travel without my camera, not because I'm a professional, but because every moment deserves to be captured. I know there is a special way to learn English really fast with this camera bag. However heavy this camera bag feels on your shoulder, never compromise on quality. Grandpa can type faster than others in the classroom. He is more interested in recording his memories than in impressing the people around him. You should place a first-class stamp on the envelope to complete the process. Just as stamps once open a window to the outside world. For curious young collectors, so do smartphones now place the same vast world directly into the palms of their hand. I need a stool while I'm working in the kitchen. All other kitchen tools being set aside, a simple study stool is sometimes the most welcome item. Hearing the photographer's request, Peter, the grandson, raised his hand to volunteer. What is Peter like when competition begins? Always willing to help others first. When he competes with such fierce determination that No one who knows his gentle character can quite imagine, uh, can believe it. Even though even though he stood there, even though he stood there with a fruit basket during the dogs for a time, he didn't complain. Although he's not a strict vegetarian, he eats plenty of fruits every day. If the dog is sleeping or eating, leave him alone. Suppose another dog approaches while he's eating, the gentlest dog will growl unless you intervene. The patient in the sick bed was silent. I have never witnessed such eerie silence as the stillness of a sick room. She didn't like the wheelchair, but she had no choice. She didn't enjoy using the wheelchair, and neither did any member of her family. This is a doll that walks and talks. Whatever task a robot is designed to perform, it does so with speed and precision. I found a gold coin of flower pot over here. It was the sudden rush of a it was the sudden rush of pure joy that made finding the gold coin such an unforgettable moment. Are you sure that the patient can speak now? It seems that the simple ability to hear and speak, which we take for granted every day, is twice as precious as any material possession we could ever own. Can you shuffle the cards now? A card game can let everyone relax, but let it become a betting game, and the consequences can be devastating. May I change the TV channel? We may as well admit that the days of gathering around a single TV channel are long gone forever. Did he say anything to the nurse? The nurse believes that every patient, no matter how weak, deserves to be heard and cared for, and that a kind word makes the silence all the less frightening, and the patient all the more willing to fight on. What a nice friend you are. She was such a genuinely kind of friend, so that people stayed close to her for decades. Make a package for Jimmy to deliver. We had the package carefully wrapped and labeled because delivering a parcel to the wrong address is no more acceptable than sending a letter without a stamp. I think he may be tired working all day in a 724 store. It's true that working a night shift in a 724 store pays reasonably well, but the extra money is no more than a small comfort compared to the very real toll it takes on your body. There is a security guard there. What good is it? Never once did the security guard, falling asleep on duty, fail to put the entire building at risk. And rarely did the management hesitate to take the immediate action. The walkie-talkie is on his belt. The security guard never leaves behind. So essential is it to his patrol that without it clipped firmly to his belt, and he would not take a single step into the building. The cat next to the security guard is very cute. The little cat beside the cat made it known to the entire building that a tiny creature with no official titles would still become everyone's most beloved companion. As it turns out, he used to be a child star. That a child star would always dazzle audience on stage, whether she was ready or not. But the poor choices she made in later life slowly turned everything that once shone so brightly completely upside down. Money is not everything. We must fill our lives with the kindness and good deeds, so that we may become what we are, where we truly are. For money alone can never shape a person's character the way a lifetime of genuine goodness can. Your name tag is your best friend. The simple fact that your name tag carries your identity reminds us how powerfully a name shapes first impression. The police officer caught a thief this morning. The thief caught by the police officer this morning was given a stern warning and handed over to the local court immediately in case he attempted to flee or destroy any evidence. The store manager didn't know what to do. The decision the store manager finally made surprised every member of staff. He didn't have the red tape at the time. Now that the suspect had been caught, what the officer needed at the crime scene was not red tape and landless paperwork, but a long roll of yellow caution tape to seal off the area before any evidence could be disturbed. Proper education will give you independence of spirit. If only every generation had understood sooner, it would not have taken a society so many generations to build an education system that gives every child a truly equal opportunity. Only if we start today will our grandchildren finally reap what is sown. The teacher will teach you new vocabulary. A good teacher will never stop encouraging every student to think independently. And as long as even one student in the classroom is willing to listen, for that a single spark of genuine curiosity is something no artificial intelligence will ever truly be able to create. The teacher handed her an eraser. Once the assistant had erased and corrected all the careless mistakes, the teacher had the paper handed back to the student with nothing but encouraging comments left on the page. The school janitor bought me a book to learn more about Arabic. It was extraordinarily thoughtful of the school janitor to buy a book for a student he barely knew. The boy's parents made him what he is today. Our parents sacrificed everything without hesitation to shape us into what we are. And as soon as we truly realize that the way we our as the weight of what they carried for us, no amount of no. This concert ticket to be very expensive. Most fans found this concert experience to be worth every penny. The boy, keeps his sneakers clean on a daily basis. Hardly had the boy stepped outside when he stopped to check that his sneakers were still spotlessly clean, a habit his parents had instilled in him from a very young age. They saw the girl dancing in the rain. Everyone standing nearby watched the girl dancing joyfully in the rain. Just minutes later, she had received the best news from the college. The girl made it a rule to read a book a day. Until she had struggled through her first difficult year, reading had felt like a chore. But by the time she had finished her third year, it had become second nature to read at least one book a day, and her grades reflected that beautiful discipline for all to see. Never have I seen such a pretty radio. Never in the history of broadcasting has any single device connected so many lonely people. No wonder that the Nile River is called the father of African rivers. Civilization have depended on the Nile for thousands of years and will continue to depend on it for thousands more. The pyramid, I believe, is around 455 feet tall. It is now over 4,000 years since the pyramid first rose from the desert floor, and yet it still stand as permanent proof, as the ancient people possess a level of intelligence we cannot fully explain or recreate even today. No, the fact that no one bought anything at the gift shop made me mad. The idea that buying a small gift for someone you love is one of the most precious gestures a traveler can make cheered me up. But for it will not be long before the most reluctant gift giver discovers that the joy of giving far outweighs the joy of receiving. If I were you, I would call an ambulance. If every household knew the warning signs of cardiac events, countless lives would be saved. If I had known that you are going to ride a camel, I would join you. If ancient traders had not relied on camels, the trade routes would never have been established. If your uncle should win the lottery, what do you think he would do with the money? If your uncle should ever win the lottery, every dream on his bucket list would become possible. Were I you, I wouldn't buy the bell. You must not buy the bell because it is obsolete if already equipped with a modern smartphone. I wish Abdullah were here. I often act just as if Abdullah was still sitting in his chair, guiding us with his quiet wisdom. He talks as if he had a gold belt. He always carries himself as if he had already on the gold belt. And perhaps that confident attitude will get him there. For it is not until a person fully believes they have already arrived that the universe begins to arrange itself accordingly. Without your help, it would have been impossible to bring this chair. Having helped a friend without being asked, you will find yourself deeply satisfied.